Good afternoon and welcome to Hope Lives Here. This is Apostle Dolores Kendrick just coming to you. TOP, hello, how are you doing? Well, we just wanting to say to all our guests for the first time, just welcome. And we're located in the Seattle area and we're Washington State, and we are excited over what God is doing in this area. Doesn't look like it's anything happening, but we know that God is moving by His Spirit in ways that is with the visible eye sometimes it's difficult to see until you begin to, just step into that zone in that place in God. And then you can see God is yet doing great things. He never sleeps, He never slumbers, always on time. Amen. We've been talking about getting rest and sleep and believing the Lord and what He has already done for us and prepared for us. And we want to continue in that area. I just want, if this has been a help to you, please let me know. Just send a little comment or just let me know if this has been a help to you. Some have already said that it is really blessing them where they're able to sleep better and have a more understanding of how to get rest. But speaking of what God has already done, even before we experience it, He has already finished the work for us, right? And it's almost strange uh, the way this happens. We speak about what is happening or what is going on, not realizing that it's already happened before, but we are just walking through it because God has already said it is done, right? And He's already solved our problems that we've said previously. Therefore, we must speak, we have to learn to speak like He has, like we already have the thing. We already have the request. We already have the promise. We have to, so how do we do that? When we actually physically don't have it, we begin to thank Him for it. Remember, I said, He says, see, Joshua, see, I have given you Jericho. He had not yet conquered Jericho, but the Lord said, see. How is He going to see it? See it in His vision, see it in His spirit, seeing that they had already conquered and the walls had already come down. And that's what we have to do. We have to speak as though this is already done, because it is already done, because He already finished it and it's already over and done with. The walls are flat because it was in His plan. It was in His plan. And so we have to see what God sees. And as we see and speak what God says and speak what He speaks, then we see the very thing take place. Yes, God has already done it. Believing in Him. Give you a little example here. I was headed home, driving home one day a little while ago, and I was really hungry. I mean, I was starving. I wanted something to eat so bad because I hadn't eaten all day, and my stomach was letting me know it. And so I stopped by the store because I didn't have anything at home that I could cook really quick. I had food in the freezer, but I knew that was going to take some time, and you know how it is, you just want something right now. So I didn't want any fast food. So what I did, I stopped by the store, picked up some groceries, something that I could just cook when I got home for me and my daughter, and headed on in. And so when I got home and went put the garage down and ran in, expecting, really looking forward to seeing, some food, because I was so fix this food really quick. When I got in, I smelled something when I opened the door when I came in the house. And when I went in the kitchen, I saw all this food on the stove already done, the place setting already set on the table, the forks, the plates, and everything. And what had happened, Deborah had already cooked. She had already cooked. She knew that I was coming in late, and she had already prepared the meal. I want you to think about this. This is the way God is. He has already prepared it. Already prepared it. By the time we get there, it will already be waiting for us. The things that we need are already prepared and waiting for us to reach that time. Just thinking I had to go through traffic, talk about the traffic of life. I had to go through all that traffic. I had to look at all these crazy drivers, those that one just looked like almost ran me down. I had to stop for traffic lights. My stomach was racing. I was hungry, but I had to stop for traffic lights. You know, when you're getting ready to, you want to get someplace in a hurry. Look like everything gets in your way, right? Look like someone not looking where they're going is going to walk out in the street. And then, right when you're getting ready to move forward, the light changes, or the person in ahead of you is just crawling, and you want to say, "Would you please go so I can go?" You don't want to just act silly and go around them because you're at your turn. I mean, things get in the way, seemingly to delay you. It's just the traffic that happened, traffic of life. The person that wasn't looking where they were walking, and anything that delays you, when all of a sudden uh, you get to your point to turn, and then you have to wait for someone. The frustration sets in almost immediately. Looking at your watch and looking at, the groceries that maybe you've just purchased to get to the place. You want to get in the bag of chips you bought just to eat uh, uh, before on your way home, and you can't get the bag open. Just a lot of things that happen. And when you get home, only to find out that the food is already prepared, already sitting there waiting for you. If you could think about life and the traffic and the stop signals and the to go signals and the caution lights and the delays and all that happen in our life within within a day, yeah. And it can frustrate us, it will cause us to uh, do things that are not very smart, you know, thinking that we're not going to have enough time. I don't have enough time to do this now. How am I going to get this done? And I went over this before, but I want it to sink into you where you begin to think that exactly what we're talking about here of how we can actually get so frustrated because everything is not falling in place that I know that I've seen it and I had it and I knew I had it together. And if this hadn't have happened, well, I had this going okay, and the computer just blinked out, and then I went to the iPad and it wasn't charged, and just so many things seem to get in your way. I want you to slow down. Slow down, okay? Slow down and just say, okay, I'm just going to rest my case here. Yes, this is due tomorrow, and I know it, but you could not avoid this. So just sit back, take some deep breaths, and just relax because there's another day tomorrow. If you don't get it done today, believe me, it's going to be sitting there waiting for you. And sometimes we might miss deadlines. Sometimes we might miss some things that are very important to us. But is it worth us getting so frustrated that we stay up all night, weary and tired, making all kinds of mistakes? God knew this would be. So rest and pace yourself. And another thing I want to say before I close, do not put so many things into one day. Don't put so many chores, so many uh, different things that has to be done all in one day. Spread out your things, organize yourself, that you're not pressed and you're not weighted down with things that you have to do. And then when the evening comes and it's time to retire, you can rest, turn the phone off, close the laptop, and say, okay, this day has come to a close for me. And sometimes you just might not even answer the phone because you'll find yourself just going. Now, me, I live by my phone calls because we have requests and all that come in, and I have to be prepared for that. But God have blessed me to be able to get a request, pray over the request, and go to sleep. I can wake up and hear the phone and answer that and pray over that because I get many calls. That's my call in life, but that might not be your call in life, okay? So because it's my call, God gives the grace for me to be able to do that, and then I can sleep a little later. Where you can't, you have to be at your work at a certain time. God knows that. So he wants you to have rest. I cannot stress this enough because too many people are getting sick. Too many people are open to different things that are happening because they're tired and their immune system is just okay. And you want to be strong. You want to be able to get some exercise in. You want to be able to eat right. You want to be able to think and use your mind and not forget everything because you have so much on your mind, so much on your plate, wearing so many hats. Amen. Well, our time is up, so I'm going to let you go, and I want you to have a beautiful afternoon. I want you to breathe in, breathe out, and don't push so hard, okay? And get some rest tonight as you turn in for the night. Amen. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.